This is my Azure portal. I'm going to resource group, session RG, which is my resource group. Here, this is the SQL database that we are copying the data. If I click on the SQL database, I get the option here, query editor preview. Click on the query editor preview. Okay, it's just like your SSMS, but with limited functionalities. Okay, you can provide the username and password, or if you're already connected with your Azure account and you have access to this, you'll be able to log in into the SQL server using your email ID as well. Since it shows I logged in, I click on continue and I'm in the query editor preview window here. Okay. If you don't understand this, it is completely fine. You can just open your SSMS, provide the server name, database name, username and password, and you can query the tables there as well. Okay. Now, our copy activity is complete. Now here, see, in the source, shows all the columns that has been copied. Destination, how many data has been read, written. In that details option, we see number of records read, number of records written, how much time it has taken, what was the queue time, what was the actual read-write time, and what was the speed of the data copy. Okay. Now, let's go back to the, sorry. So let's go back to the database under tables. See here, dbo.sales order detail table is created. Okay, we copied this sales IT sales order detail table into DBO sales order detail table. Okay, let us verify the data. See here, affected rows 542 for the first query, affected rows 542 for the second query. Means both the tables have now same record. Okay. Any doubt or question till this point? Everyone clear on how we copy a data from a SQL database?
Hello, sir. Can you explain again this process? Link process only.
Link service.
Yes, sir.
So in source, we didn't have a SQL database connection created, correct? So for that, the first thing is we need to create a dataset. To create a dataset, we click on new, right? Under that, since I wanted to create a SQL database, I selected for SQL. I clicked on Azure SQL, continue. Okay. Then to create a dataset, it's mandatory to have a link service. Without link service, we can't create a dataset. Link service points to the actual server or actual connection. So what we did is, since we didn't have a link service existing for SQL database connection that we wanted to connect to, we clicked on new. As soon as link service arrived here, we gave the link service name. Okay. Azure SQL DB link service. Okay. Then here we went with Azure subscription method today. In Azure subscription, we selected our subscription, put the server name, and so this one. Under drop down, we selected database name. Authentication method, we kept it same. We provided username. Okay. Password, whatever password I have set up. When we created the Azure SQL database, we created the password that time, right? That password I provided here.
Yes, sir.
What is pending? Click on test connection. If it is properly, all the details are correct and it is properly provided, it will show the testing connection successful. If it is not properly provided, it will fail to test the connection. Okay.
Yes, sir. Got it.
Clicking on cancel, back, cancel. Any other question in this? No. How many records are there in our table? 546. Okay. Here again, you know how to take the record from a table, or you don't. Anyways, select this, run. Okay, it's 542. My bad. Hold on a second. 540 source table, 542. Okay, let's correct that. 542 records in source table. Since we copied the source table as it is, we got 542 records in destination table as well. Okay. Now go to your data factory pipeline and click on anything is fine. Now run this pipeline one more time. Click on debug. If I run this pipeline one more time, what will happen? अब जब मैंने पाइपलाइन रन की है तो अभी क्या होगा? What do you mean by it will update the table?
Sir, it means it will copy the table from source and update it to the, if we have done update in the source table, then it will update in the sync table, which we have created.
Correct. But we haven't made any updates or changes in the source table, right?
Yeah, so
Did
it will
we?
just refresh every day. Like,
When you say refresh, it means what will happen?
means the same data will be created, table will be created. There
Correct.
will be no changes made if we run again.
There will be no changes made in destination table, is what you are saying?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See here. I mean, understand this clearly, okay? Data factory is a service, it's a tool to integrate multiple systems, to onboard data from multiple systems and put that into different systems. Okay. Data factory is not a validation tool. Data factory is not a concurrency tool. What does data factory do is simply takes data, puts the data. Okay. So in this case, when I run the copy activity again, okay, on the same table from the same table, okay, what it will do it will copy the data from whatever table I'm mentioning to my destination table. Okay. Data factory doesn't check whether it ran already the same copy activity. Data factory doesn't check whether the same data already exists in destination table. No. What instruction we gave to data factory right now is copy the data from this table to this table. That is all. What it will do is, if you see in output, the latest one, read 542 rows, it will write 542 rows. Now, if you go back here, and take the count. This is the source table. Run. Source table will not change because we are not doing anything on the source table. We are just reading 542 records. Destination table. See, 1084 records. Okay. What it did here, it just took this records from the source table and inserted into the destination table. Not like ADLS. ADLS works with 0 and 1. Okay. It saw the file exist. Okay, it will overwrite the file. In database or tables, when we are using the copy activity, it works with data. It takes the data, it inserts the data. That's all. Got it? Any question in understanding this? अगर किसी को कोई डाउट या क्वेश्चन हो कि इस डेस्टिनेशन टेबल में 1084 रिकॉर्ड कैसे आए तो अभी पूछ लीजिए, ठीक है? Now, let's go back to our pipeline now. Okay, click on your copy activity. Okay, under source. ठीक है, उससे पहले let's go back one more time here. Copy this table, paste it, select, start, run. Okay, what we are going to do is going to take condition where sales order ID equals to this value 71780. Okay, and we'll run this. So there are total 29 records of sales order ID at 71780. Okay.
Yes, sir.
One second. Now let's go back to the data factory. Okay. Now in data factory, click on the copy activity if you haven't clicked on that. Source data set. We have a second option, use query. There we have selected table. Okay. If you click on query here, the query option will open. Okay. And now you can write a query to move only that data, to move the output of query to the destination table. Okay. When you select a table, the entire data, whatever is available in your source table, will be copied. When you select a query, only the data which is the output of your query will be copied to your destination table. Okay. For example, click on edit and write. So what I will do is I'll just go here and copy this, go back, paste. Okay, click on OK. Now if you here, okay, see, we are in source, dataset, open, okay, preview. See here, sales order IDs are 71774, 7177680. Okay, it is showing the preview of this table. Okay, going back to your pipeline, copy activity, source, preview data. We have given the query. You click preview here. See, 71780, 780, 780. Everywhere it will be 780. This preview data under copy activity will show the preview of whatever is available on this page. Okay. This preview will show the data, show the preview of the data which is in the data set. Okay. Clear on this? यहाँ पर किसी का कोई क्वेश्चन या डाउट?
No, sir.
Now we have given the query, we clicked on preview, click on debug. सो अभी जब डेटा कॉपी होगा तब डेस्टिनेशन टेबल में कितने रोज होंगे?
1084 plus 29.
करेक्ट, सो विच इज 1113. See, right now the activity status is being showed as queued. It's not in progress yet. Yeah, now it started. Now see, it's almost took 25 seconds to start. Okay. If I click on spectacles, the details option, see, queue property, 25 seconds. And actual transfer, that is read and write, 4 seconds. Okay. Now let's go back here and see whether we have 1113 records in this. Right. So one more verification for your understanding. If I do this on the DPO table, how many records will I get? If I run this query, how many records will I get?
77.
Correct. Sorry, it's 87.
87.
Why 87? First 29 records,
3 times.
these 29 records, and these are the third 29 records. Okay. Any questions? Any doubt in understanding what we did here? Okay, सबको ये बात समझनी चाहिए, सिर्फ जो 2-4 लोग रिस्पॉन्ड कर रहे हैं उनको ही नहीं. अगर किसी को कोई क्वेश्चन और you don't feel comfortable asking in the group, you can just put your question in the chat also. I will answer that. Okay. But unless you put the question, I don't know if you have a question or not. Okay. Let's go to our copy activity now one more time. Okay. Now here, the next property is query timeouts in minutes. Okay. It's basically whenever you write a query or a table, you're copying something, correct? So this query timeouts is your database query timeout. Okay. Let me click outside. Check. Yesterday we studied a timeout in general. Okay. Today also that timeout is same. This general timeout is your activity timeout. Okay. Your activity is copy data activity, which includes source, time taken by source, time taken by destination, read, write, queue, and everything. Okay. Under copy data, under source, you have again query timeout here. This is a timeout that is when your query executes, right? A select star query or a filter query or whatever table you are executing, how much time it should execute before it times out, okay, in minutes. So whatever you provide here, if your query is taking more time than that, it will time out, okay? Isolation level, we have read committed, read uncommitted, and all these things. We don't select it unless it's absolutely necessary. What is isolation level is when you are performing any read operation from your source, if you select a read committed or any option out of this, it means that particular block of code will be isolated till the read operation is completed. Okay, no write operations, parallel operations won't be able to perform on the same block of code, same block of data. Okay. If you don't understand this property, it's completely outright. Okay. No one asks a question or no one bothers about this property. Okay. Yet. Partition. Partition is basically putting the data into different groups. Okay. So while reading the data, unless you are working on very large amount of data, you don't need to bother about partition. when I say large amount of data, it means terabytes of data you are working on. It is fine if you don't know what a partition is or you don't use a partition. So if I select a partition, it's basically, I mentioned that, okay, my data is partitioned on this and this column. This is the range and use that for copying that data. Okay. Any questions or doubt in this? Now, in this source, we have a third option, stored procedure. Okay. What it does is, the third option, stored procedure, is it will execute the stored procedure. If you mention a stored procedure here, it will execute a stored procedure and then it will copy the output of the stored procedure into your destination table. Okay, let me verify something. Verifies and let me ask you guys something. You all know how to create a stored procedure?
Yes, sir.
Great. Yeah. Can someone share me the syntax in the chat? Or you can tell me if my syntax is correct or not. Okay. I have created a stored procedure like this. Is it correct or incorrect?
Sir, create procedure name.
Okay. So I need to write a procedure here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh, is it? Okay. What else?
Procedure name,
Uh,
like column.
as procedure name as
So I need to write here as
no after that, after the name.
here.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I can execute this one.
As begin and end after the selection.
Here.
Yes, sir. Begin and end.
Last hit.
Good. No changes now.
Yes,
Execute.
sir. Sir,
I get it.
values. Insert values. Insert into values. Table name you have to give values.
Insert into. Okay, fine. I get it. I get it. Okay, so you know the syntax of procedure. Okay, that's a good thing. So let's create a procedure. Create procedure, which will, let's call it a sales order procedure for one. Okay, now create procedure as and okay, begin and I write,
Select.
so write layer and the rate current and state. And So I have created this procedure, run this, it executed successfully. Okay. Now, if I execute, okay, you understand what this procedure is doing?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It is just declaring the date, nothing else. Okay. So if I execute this procedure,
Procedure.
and we execute this, nothing is happening, correct? No results, nothing. Now, let me do one more thing. Okay. Select the okay. It's taking one more table. All right. Not take this one. Hold on. Okay, let's this table, customer table I'm taking. Okay. So I'm creating a create DPO dot customer table. Customer table. I'm adding two columns, name, style, and what is the data type here? Name style. Okay. So let's go with the varchar 500 and we'll go with the first name, which is this column. We'll also go with the varchar 500. Okay. What I did, I'm doing right now is I'm creating a table, create, run.
Table name.
No, so
Create table. Actually, dot is not accepted. No?
what?
DBO dot customer.
There's no issue
Create
with that.
table
The
underscore.
issue is here. Success. Don't know who was saying the dot is expected. It's a schema, so it is expected. Accepted. Okay, it's a proper syntax.
Yes.
Okay, so now select start from DPO customer, run this. There are 0 records. That's why it is not showing. Okay. Now let's insert into this table. Okay. From
Column name.
we'll actually use, yeah, we'll actually put the data from the sales LT customer. Okay. So we'll go with the sales LT dot customer as it is. Now which column we are going to insert is name style.
Name style and first name.
Name style and first name. Same values here. Is it correct?
No, sir. Insert into table name, then column name, and then values. Put in values bracket. In bracket, column
Values as
name,
well.
then values. After that, yeah, right here.
Yeah.
Values, and
Okay.
put in bracket values. Name style. Pass the value.
Like this.
No, sir. Any
Mhm.
name style, the name.
Values
Oh,
for
Type
name
of
okay.
style.
I
data.
got it.
Hmm.
Okay. I got it. Got it. Hold on.
Values.
Yeah, just wait for some time. Okay.
Yes.
Did you learn the new syntax now?
Yes, sir.
So the value syntax is when you're providing a static values. Okay. Not with when you're copying data from table. Anyway. So yeah, where was I? Okay. So what we did here is we inserted data into this DBO customer table. Okay, 847 records. Okay. I'm just copying the same statement. Copying here. This is my procedure statement where I created a procedure. Okay, I'm going here, pasting the same statement here, and I will do alter. Yeah, success. Okay, so what happens is right now in my DBO customer, how many records are there? Yeah. In my DBA customer, 847 records are there. Okay. If I run this dot procedure, since I added insert into statement, अब क्या होगा? When I run this, what did I run? Stored procedure. Okay. When I run this stored procedure, the count will be double, 1694. Okay. Everyone clear on this part? What I did here?
Yes, sir.
Good. Let's go back to our data factory. Procedure option is there. Correct? You click on drop down. You don't see a procedure. Refresh. Drop down. Now you see table sales order procedure is there. Click there. Okay. If our procedure has any parameters, we can import them and we can pass the value. Since our procedure doesn't have any parameter, we don't need to import and pass the values. Okay. Our destination table is sales order detail table. Now, tell me what will happen if I run this pipeline. Any guess is fine. If we run this pipeline right now, if we debug this, what will happen?
Sir, we are using the stored procedure to insert the data into a different table, right? In
Yes,
customer
correct.
table.
Right.
So the data of the stored procedure will not be added to the sync dataset, or it will be
Sync data set.
which we have
Okay.
provided. Yeah, yeah.
Can't add a procedure in sync data set. No, it's a table pointer or an object pointer. Actual data pointer, right?
Yeah,
Store procedure
table,
doesn't have
in
data.
this table,
Hmm.
in this table.
So you are saying data will not be copied to this table.
Yeah, because we are adding the stored procedure insert. In that we have used different table, right?
Hmm. Okay.
I think so.
Okay. Okay. Good. Anyone has any different opinion? See, now we have added store procedure here. We'll debug the pipeline and let's see what happens. Okay. Debug this. Okay, it's failed. Let us see why. Property name columns in invalid, value cannot be null. Oh, right. I know why it is failed. Okay. The disadvantage of mapping. Okay. When in copy data, right? Source sync. One second. Picture one. Yeah. When in copy data, when we started this, right? I showed you this mapping activity or mapping option. And when I imported a schema, I told you that it will import the column names from both source and destination, right? Now, in our copy activity, we are not passing a table. We are not passing a query. We are passing procedure doesn't have any columns. It doesn't have any fields. That's why it is throwing an error that, see the error, the value of the property columns is invalid. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So what we need to do is go back to your copy activity mapping, clear, and click on activity debug. Failed again. Yes. Only columns. I think we have passed something. Wait. While showing you, I must have changed something. Great. Okay, we'll take a 10 minutes break. I mean, I'll see why it is failing. Okay. So, 8:25. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now, see, the reason it was failing, hold on a second. Okay, let me go back to source. Actually, I was trying to show you scenario, and that's why it was failing, and it is good that it is failing. Okay. This is our procedure, DBO sales order procedure that we created. Let me go back to here again. Okay. Yeah, DBO sales order procedure as it is. 1694 records in the DBO customer table. Okay, I think it was executing multiple times. So the records will keep on increasing. Okay. So let's go here. So same as it is, no changes, and we debug it. It will fail again. See the error. The value of property column is invalid. No, value cannot be null. We already removed the mapping, so the error should have been gone. But the error is still coming. Reason is to copy the data. Okay, to move the data into database, we need the columns because column contains the data, columns and rows basically. This store procedure, when we are running this copy activity, the source is store procedure. This store procedure is being executed. Okay. How do we check that it is being executed? We just take the count is 2541. Okay. If I run this again, okay. Anyways, so going back here again, yeah, this store procedure has no output. Okay. The execution of this store procedure is basically it is inserting data into this DBO customer table from this table. There is no output of this store procedure. Whatever the execution will happen, the data will go into this customer table and no output. That's why we are getting this error that the value of property columns is invalid. Okay, we need at least one column to copy the data. To move the data, we need at least one column. Okay,